Seattle Mariners have re-signed Josh Naylor. Let's go, baby. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode, Mariners Daily podcast for the Thinking Mariners fan. I'm Sam Edwards. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Yeah, this is huge, and we've talked about it so much already. It's freaking November 17th. This happened even earlier than I expected it to. And honestly, this just means a lot for the Mariners going forward. Obviously, I'm going to be covering it all throughout this off season, every single day on the show. But yeah, we're gonna break down what it means for us right now. First off, it's a 5-year deal. It's reportedly around 90 to $100 million, which is right in line with what I was hoping for, honestly. That's exactly what I was hoping. If it's 5 years, 90 million, that's crazy. Like honestly insane. And yeah, I'll take it, man. I had always talked about 5 years, 125 is kind of my the cap of like what I was especially comfortable with. Not to say that I wouldn't want them to re-sign him if it was 520, 125 or more, but obviously I'd still be happy because it's not my freaking money. But knowing how much money we had to spend this offseason and putting all of that into one player has me a little uncomfortable. But if it's one player, Josh Naylor is not a bad option whatsoever. So 5 years, maybe 100, maybe 90 million. Love to see it either way. Yeah, I'm just so freaking happy. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. I mean, listen, I came into this offseason kind of in a indifferent, not indifferent. I had a strong opinion, but I was yeah, waiting to see what Dipoto would do, because saying that a player is your number one priority and then actually going out and acting like it are two totally different things, and we know that throughout baseball, but especially with the Mariners. They can say whatever they want. I'm not believing it until I see it. So show me. Prove to me that you actually want to do this. That you actually are taking Josh Naylor as your number one priority. And they went out and they did it. Now he does have to pass a physical first, but even so, I think he's gonna pass that. And that's today, by the way. I saw it's reportedly that he's supposed to pass that physical today, and then hopefully it'll get officially announced, which is great. So I'll be able to talk about that hopefully tomorrow once we have the official dollar amount, and then we can figure out how much more money do we roughly have to spend and how can we configure this roster in the best way possible, because there's a lot of different ways this can go down. Either way, Josh Naylor, just a universally loved player, especially by Mariners fans. Yeah, this is a win, win, win. I mean, it's just he's always performed well at that stadium at T-Mobile Park, and he continued to perform well there. When we traded for him, he hit 299 with us with a 341 on base and a 490 slugging, over 210 regular season plate appearances, 9 home runs, 19 stolen bases in that short amount of time. He did not get caught stealing once. Crazy. And then in the postseason, 51 plate appearances, he hit 340 with a 392 on base and a 574 slugging. Just a huge reason why the Mariners got as far as they did. It's great to have you back, Josh. Great to have you back. Oh my gosh. I want to get a jersey. I want to get a jersey. It's crazy. Just, yeah, just how universally loved and just how much of a great fit he is. I don't really care about the fact that they're giving 5 years to a guy that only plays first base and a guy that's only had, okay defensive metrics there. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine. We're giving Josh Naylor 5 years. I'm totally fine with that. I am not worried. I think there are some reasons that you could be worried. I'm not right now, and maybe I'll look at the negative side of this deal that that could turn negative. Listen, any deal can turn negative. I know what you're thinking. Are you crazy? Are you saying that we shouldn't have signed him? No, of course not. But there's always can be a downside. There's always a downside to a deal, and no deals are they're very rarely perfect. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, we have Josh Naylor on our team, and I love it. It's fantastic. Freaking fantastic. He's a stud. He's a stud player. And yeah, I'm just happy that we can hold on to him and hold on tightly. And that's a huge bat to retain, honestly. And at this point, even if we don't, bring back some other guys, which, final segment there, who's next could be Polanco, could be Suarez, who knows. But even if we don't bring either one of those guys back and we don't bring another, very good bat, I think we're still looking pretty good right now. We're still looking pretty good. So we'll see. If the pitching rebounds, man. If the pitching rebounds, oh my gosh. All right, let's get into our player profile because there's still work to do. Like I said, it might not be another big bat, but it could be a smaller bat like Starling Marte. Listen, he could be the perfect fit. And let me sell you on it real quick. First off, Starling Marte is 37 years old, okay? He's no spring chicken. I get it. And he is not the stud outfielder that the Mets signed him for. He's not that anymore. He's an old guy. He's getting injured a lot. He's not playing full seasons. I get it. Whatever. But Victor Robles this past year. Now listen, I know dislocated, fractured his left shoulder. I get it. He was out for a while. He only played 114 plate appearances, so maybe he could rebound, but also he doesn't exactly have the track record to believe that he's going to rebound. So why are we betting on Victor Robles as our one righty hitting right fielder? Didn't even show great defense. Like I know it was an amazing play that he dislocated and fractured that left shoulder on, but he still didn't look amazing, but it's only 114 plate appearances, so I don't know. But either way, I feel like we can do better. I feel like we can do better. And I don't think Starling Marte is going to cost that much. So I feel like he could be a kind of a good right-handed option for right field. Pair him up with Dominic Canzone, get rid of Victor Robles, and yeah, Luke Raley, whatever. Maybe we trade Luke Raley, or maybe we trade Canzone and believe in Luke Raley. I don't know why we would, but here we are. Marte this past year with the Mets, 329 plate appearances, 9 home runs, 7 stolen bases. So he's not hitting for a bunch of power. He's not stealing a bunch of bags, but he's doing enough. 6.7 walk percentage, a 20 point. Oh, pardon. Oh, whew, 20.7 K percentage, and a 140 isolated power. 318 BABIP, a 270 batting average, a 335 on base percentage, and a 410 slugging percentage. It's not a bad slash line. Not a bad slash line whatsoever. 326 WOBA, 326 X WOBA, a 112 runs created plus, so he's above average there. He only played 65 innings in the field this past year. And I know that's what, I know what you're thinking. 37 years old, Starling Marte, he just can't hang it in the field, so why would we go get him to be our DH? Well, the Mets did have Soto in right, and they had Brandon Nimmo in left, so they kind of just didn't have a spot for Marte to play in the field. He's not a center fielder anymore, so you're not throwing him there. So I get it. He played a little bit of left this past year, Marte. So I think we could throw him in right field. I think he can be good enough. He doesn't need to be an amazing hitter whatsoever. He doesn't need to be a stud. He's not a full time player, which is fine. And that just means he'll be cheaper. And he's still an above average bat. A 112 runs created plus is not nothing. So I think he could be a quality player, nice role player. He's a veteran, lead this young team, whatever storyline you got to run with. But either way, I don't think Victor Robles is that great. And, he could make me eat my words during this season, and that would be awesome if he finally has a healthy season and is just a great role playing outfielder that we already have on our team that already doesn't cost that much. Maybe he does rebound and play some good defense and, get some good amount of stolen bases, maybe around 20 bags or so, depending on how much he plays. There's still a scenario where Robles is a quality player on this team, but you could get Starling Marte, who'd be a better hitter for sure. I mean, we saw Robles do well in 2024, but once again, I mean, that's just so rare. So I could see Marte. Go grab him. Let me know what you think. Is he not needed at all? What do you think about Victor Robles? What do you think about our right field situation as a whole? Marte also doesn't have super strong platoon splits. So he was above average versus righties. He was above average versus lefties. They were very comparable stats, comparable slash lines. So I'm okay with getting him. Maybe he just plays against lefties. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just a fourth outfielder type guy. I'm good with him either way. He's just a role player. He's not going to cost too much. At least he shouldn't. And yeah, I'm I kind of like Sterling Marte. I feel like he kind of fit on this team. Let me know what you think. Is he too far fetched? Is he not needed? I don't know. I think another right-handed bat couldn't hurt us. And Victor Robles just didn't do much this past year. A 75 runs created plus for Victor Robles this past year. Like he did nothing. Absolutely nothing. He had 6 stolen bases in 114 plate appearances. So like uh, he hit 245. I mean, with a 281 on base and a 330 slugging percentage. Like he did nothing. So listen, I like Marte. If you feel like we should put our money somewhere else, I totally get it. I thought he was an interesting player. I think he could fit our outfield fairly well. So let me know what you think of Starling Marte. Let me know what you think of Victor Robles. Can he rebound at all? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? All right, let's move on. We also made a trade. Of course, Jerry DePoto just had to, I did see this comment. It was it was like as if, Jerry signs Naylor and has to like wash that taste out of his mouth and make a low leverage trade. Yeah, I like it. I like this deal. We go grab left-handed pitcher Robinson Ortiz from the Dodgers in exchange for minor league right-hander Tyler Go or however you say that last name. What? Yeah, I like this deal a lot. Ortiz has been injured quite a bit throughout his career, and then also with the canceled minor league season of 2020, he only pitched 22 and two-thirds innings pitched over a 5-year span, 2020 through 2024. So has not pitched much, has gotten injured decently, like a decent amount. But this past year in the minors, single A, double A, and triple A this past year, he pitched a combined 59 and a third innings pitched, 28.3 K percentage, very nice, a 2.73 ERA, could be a decent lefty reliever. He does give up quite a bit of walks, not great control. It was a 13.2 walk percentage in the minors this past year for Ortiz. So not great there. We'll see if they can get his control in check. He throws a pretty nasty slider sinker combo, which is pretty classic for lefty relievers. So I'm interested. We need a solid lefty reliever besides Gabe Spire, and yeah, I like it. I like this fit on the team. Tyler Gow, he was a ninth round pick in 2022. This looks like the Dodgers just wanted to clear a roster spot, and the Mariners were okay with taking with filling a roster spot because they're still short of the 40-man roster that they need to have. And if they make this Naylor deal official sooner rather than later, then he'll take the 40th spot on this roster, which is perfect. So, yeah, Gow, I'm totally okay with saying goodbye to. He's only played in single A. He had 96 innings pitched in 2024. At the end of that season, he had Tommy John surgery, so he did not pitch whatsoever this past season. He's an okay prospect, I've heard. I don't know too much about him besides what he's done in single A, which was 96 innings pitched, like I said, in 2024, a 4.28 ERA, 4.02 FIP. Not amazing K percentage, not like terrible walk percentage. So like getting the job done, it looks like. Yeah, I like this deal a lot. I'm curious to see what Ortiz can do, especially if he can stay healthy. He pitched well in AAA this past year, and Double A as well. So I'm curious to see what he can do. Like I said, we need a lefty reliever. I'm down for this. It's a small little deal, and Jerry is back making these low leverage, high option deals. Possible could work out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See what happens. But Jerry's back, and I expected him to get going with the trade sooner rather than later. So I like it. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. What else is he gonna do? What's next, baby? What's next? Is it Polanco? Is it freaking Suarez? What do you think? What do you think we're gonna do? Are we gonna make a trade? Are we gonna go grab Brandon Donovan or something? Brendan Donovan. Sorry, not Brandon. Shout out him. Sorry, I mistaked your name. The name that's really close to it. What do you think? What do you think they're gonna do? Polanco or Suarez next? Like, are we gonna bring them back? I think Naylor is a special scenario. I think Polanco is a possibility, but I also don't think he's like the best fit for this team. Like he did have a great hitting season, and I would love to have him back, but carved out a lot of other players that I think could be more valuable for us. That's just me, though. I mean, listen, that's just me. Obviously, I've always talked about moving JP off shortstop because we got the prospects coming up, and JP's been pretty terrible at short. Maybe we could grab a veteran shortstop like Ha Kim or something like that. Donovan could be a good third base option, which I still think we need. I don't want to leave that up to the young guys personally. I don't know how you guys feel about that, so let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm really curious, and I'm kind of riding high off this Josh Naylor signing. It's pretty dope. I can't wait to find out what the exact money is, so we can figure out how much money we have to play with, hopefully. And who knows? Maybe Jerry goes past his budget, and maybe they prove and they back up with what they've been saying that making the playoffs actually did mean that they were going to invest more in this team, and I hope so. I freaking hope so. But this Josh Naylor deal is the start. It's the start, and I can't wait to find out what comes next. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please like the video if you enjoy this content, and let me know what you'd like me to cover in the future throughout this off season. Any questions that you have, and I just love to hear your point of view. Also, I do want to apologize for last week's episode on Friday. I didn't realize, as an idiot that I am, that the MVPs were getting announced Thursday night right after I was recording the episode. So that was a big bummer. When I woke up the next morning and was like, "Oh, you idiot! Gosh, you're talking about who's gonna win the award," and I'm sitting there, and everybody knows already. It was I felt dumb. I felt stupid. So I appreciate you guys staying with me through this. And yeah, it's not gonna be the only mistake. Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling though. We're gonna keep pushing past it. So I appreciate you guys that watch the episodes. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Same out. Have a good one.